I'm probably gonna have some strong opinions on this.
What, she said that? She could say she's 14 or...
Hang on.
Gen Z is aging like milk? Nah, bro, who says she's 22? What, she said that? She could say she's 14 or 40. You say anything.
Gen Z is aging like milk. Okay, there's a trend going around where Gen Z is freaking out because they realize they look really old. Starting with this clip from Jordan the Stallion.
I remember seeing this.
Gen Z is like aging really rapidly.
It is mainly because of the stress.
I remember, yeah.
We live in a time nowadays where millennials look way younger for their age, while Gen Z looks way older for their age. If you don't believe me,
let's find out. We're gonna save this image right here, and we're gonna go over. All right. I was 31. This is becoming a little bit upsetting. I mean, it's not very accurate. It's all right. Let's see if we can do anything else.
That's not too bad.
So this is a photo of me. I was 20 years old in this photo.
Oh, baby Asmon. It doesn't even like the picture. It's like, nah.
There's something wrong with it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Asmon, baby.
Okay, let's try it. We'll try it one more time.
That'd
be so weird.
25. Okay.
It's not too bad.
That's not awful, right? Okay. How about this one here? I was 21 or 22.
Oh,
27. That's actually pretty good. Okay, what about a really recent one? Can you guys get off the site? What do you mean there's something wrong with it? What do you mean? What's wrong with me? Crop out the boat? Oh, they're trying to age the boat. Oh, that makes sense. How old am I? 36? Are you fucking kidding me?
How old
basically,
is that,
yeah,
man?
you're if you round that up, it's 40. Which is basically the end.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I am older than him. He needs to widen his neck in crying about 36 when I am older than 36. Okay, guys, I'm dying in 3 years, apparently. It's the end. It's the end. All done. Bye-bye. 34. He's crying about them adding 2 years on. I'm going to nut him.
This photo is almost 15 years old. So you're 46? Okay, all right. So, is this true for me? I don't know. I mean, I was like 21, I think, in this photo. Okay, I know I went off on like a massive tangent with this, right? But I see a lot of my friends, and they're all old as fuck. Like, I'm gonna be honest. They've all got gray hair. They're fat. Like, it's just they're getting old. Absolutely. What's your excuse? I feel like I'm doing great. Okay, I do. Yeah. So I don't feel bad.
I'm Gen Z.
Okay.
Get closer. I am Gen Z and nobody ever believes me. When my mom and I walk out in public, people think that my mom is my younger sister.
That's interesting.
Right. When I tell people, oh, I'm going to go hang out with my family, they think I'm talking about my children. I don't have kids. Right? I'm talking about my parents. I'm still the child. Does that make sense? I'll put it to you like this. Zendaya is older than me. Tom Holland is older than me. That's, you know what I'm saying right now? There's one time I wanted an autograph from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, right? I was standing for hours for this autograph, and when he walked up to me, I said, can you please sign this poster? It's for Jordan, right? He then took it and put, "Dear Jordan, your dad is a great guy. He stood out here for hours," and then gave it back to me. And before I could correct him, he looked at me and said, "Times were way more difficult back when we were kids, am I right?" And
isn't The Rock like 60 or 50 years old?
he tapped my shoulder and left. Dwayne is 52.
There it is.
I'm 26. What I'm
26.
saying is, he
Jesus.
definitely looks older.
Bless his soul. I mean, he doesn't look bad, though. Like, he looks good. He's, like, attractive and good, but... yeah, he doesn't look like he's in his 20s. I mean, to be fair, I do not... I think I look really old when I haven't got my face on, so... but... aww. what year is like the categories? You know, millennial, Gen Z, blah, 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 blah. So what year do you need to be born in to be considered a Gen Z and a millennial? And what's the older than millennial one? Gen Z is 1997 to 2012. So I'm a millennial. So basically, if you're between 12 and 27, you are a Gen Z. And if you're between 28 to 43, you are millennial.
Gonna lie to you.
Okay, so that guy's name is Jordan. He is 26 years old, and he's borderline Gen Z. Now, if you didn't know, the age range Gen Z is from 12 to 27, so he does actually qualify.
Thanks
there.
anyway, James.
I think in his case, I think it's just a look he's gone for. Like, if you shave, you'll probably drop another 10 years. I'm pretty much the same. Like, with a beard, I look 55, but then if you shave it off, I look about 12. So it's not too bad. I mean, he still looks good and everything. I think he's one of those guys who ages gracefully, meaning at like 45, he'll probably look the exact same as he does now. The way I screamed no when he said I'm Gen Z, I screamed you said Zendaya is older than me. I would have never guessed you're only 26. My condolences, Gen Z. 26? What stress are y'all going through? Now, the real problem comes when we start looking into these other posts.
This is like, I feel like that, I mean, because that's bad, right? Jordan was 4. Yeah, bro, like 26, 22 years old. I mean, that's bad, though, right? I mean, like, let's be honest. That is, like...
I mean, you can't really tell until we see her face
what age she
a lot more.
Most gets 30s and 40s.
Like
I don't even know what to say about this.
I
This
need to
is
see
scary.
her more.
I'll be 33 tomorrow. Well, it's been over for 3 years. What's another one?
This girl asked her audience what age she looked. Most guessed 30s and 40s. She's 22.
Respectfully, you look like you're pushing 45. Stop getting filler
Jesus.
or Botox, whatever you have. It looks so bad.
Oh.
Okay, she does.
45?
I would say...
I get like... Okay.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I wanted to pause it. There we go. I wanted to pause like a still bit. Yeah, she does... She looks like a pretty mature woman, doesn't she? Again, I don't think she looks bad. I think she should tone down the lip filler, but I'm not a fan of lip filler. But, like, she doesn't look bad at all, but she does look like a more mature woman. I would never have said, would she say 22? That, like, I practically look like a teenager at 22. Any 21, 22-year-old that I meet looks really young. When I was 22, I literally still look like I was just like a 19, 18-year-old. Do you know what I mean? Like, she looks about the same age as me. I mean, when I've got my makeup on. Like, if I took my makeup off, I'd look older. But probably same goes for her, to be fair. Like, I'd say she looks similar age to me.
Maybe like late 20s.
She does look older than me.
45. Yeah.
I'd guess early 30s, yeah.
When I first started TikTok and started making filler videos, like come get filler with me or Botox, I used to get...
I see where the problem is. Oh, now it makes sense.
Well, no, because the other dude didn't have it.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
well,
that's her reason for why, obviously.
mystery solved.
get these hate comments all the time. There's just people on TikTok that absolutely
There
hate.
are girls that get plastic surgery and it does make them look hotter. But there are also a lot of girls that get plastic surgery and it makes them look like a lizard.
There you go. What Asmon says.
Cosmetic procedures and
A dehydrated lizard.
Same goes for men. Anybody who gets it, obviously.
On like the, like a rock in the Grand Canyon and everything around it is red. And it's a red lizard.
believe that you shouldn't get them. And again, I think it's a personal preference. Like if I want to get filler,
Do whatever the fuck you want. Who
no
cares?
one should stop you from getting filler because it's your own face.
Do whatever you want.
People always told me that I look older, and I get it. I look older. I might act older. But 45? And before I used to cry over these comments and used to delete them and block the account, but now I'm just like, I just laugh at it because I know it's not true. But
you know that wasn't a real laugh. You know, bro, like that was it, dude. That laugh hurt. Like, that shit is bad. God damn, bro.
Oh,
Like,
bless her. But I mean,
God.
see, now with this kind of stuff, like, this isn't the kind of extremism that obviously we were talking about earlier. I do think she probably looked better before she had that done, but obviously that's down to her personal preference. At least she doesn't care that she looks older, I guess. See, I think I'd care. I think I would. Like, I don't want to look old. I never want to look old. However, not so much that I would ever do anything to my face. I just couldn't. No.
That sucks, bro.
I do respect your opinion.
Okay, I just gotta say.
Yeah, so, like, what happens with girls is, like, they, here's, like, the other thing, right, is that there are plenty of girls that get plastic surgery, and you don't know it because the person that did it wasn't, fucking, who was that guy in Cyberpunk, right, with the bald head wearing the tutu? It wasn't that guy. So, like, there's a lot of girls that get plastic surgery, and it's totally fine, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, fingers, exactly. Yeah, there it is. And, like, for example, I remember Izzy got, like, a nose surgery, and I couldn't fucking tell. Like, it looked fine to me. I mean, what the hell? Like, I wasn't really paying attention to her nose anyway, but if you draw attention to it, I don't fucking know. So, yeah, of course it works. Men don't really look at noses? No, not really. And so, yeah,
Definitely
this has
not on
happened
her.
with a lot of cases. And there are girls that get it, but, like, I think that really, imagine being a 22-year-old girl and growing up on social media whenever it's like, like you're old enough for it to have ruined your life, but you're still too young to have any of the support that people should have on social media. So it's like the worst of both worlds.
Mm-hmm. This is why I always say that I'm so glad that I was here before. I was here before the internet. Makes it like 100, doesn't it? That I was here before the internet became like this standard thing. Like back in the 90s was when you very first like started getting those cheeky little chat rooms and stuff like that. I'm so glad that I got to live my teenage years where we didn't have Instagram and TikTok and all of this rubbish and Facebook and everything. I remember the first like MySpace and what was the other one? Bebo that first came out. They were like the OG Facebooks and all this. I hate the fact that I am raising children in a generation, and I know the irony considering I'm literally on an internet platform right now, and obviously I tweet and I post on Insta, blah 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 blah. But I hate the fact that I'm raising the kids in an era where the internet is so powerful to them. Like, luckily, Tia hasn't bought into any of it. She doesn't, like, put, like, this crap on her face like I do and, like, a lot of other 15-year-old girls do. She doesn't get fake lashes at 15 and false nails and wearing, like, inappropriate clothing for her age. Like, and she's studious and she's not all about the boys, not all about the Insta life. She doesn't even have social media. So I'm very, very lucky that she's not interested in all that. I couldn't even imagine how awful it would be if she was coming home following all like the trends and like feeling inadequate. Like I'm just so like it's so scary to think how powerful it is. I'm just so glad that like so far, touch wood, that my daughters haven't been affected by it yet. But like obviously on Instagram or whatnot, like everything on there, like it's not real. Even if somebody doesn't use filters or whatever, let's say it's just a picture, let's face it, nobody's posting the days that they cry because they feel fat, or the days when their house is a mess, or the days when they had an argument with their partner, or when their child says, I wish you weren't my mum. Fortunately, my kids haven't said that to me either, touch wood. But all these, so everyone just sees all the wonderful things that's all on there, looking wonderful, everyone's great, everyone's got all the best clothes, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, the kids have to grow up with this. And like, it, as a parent, it's the hardest thing is to constantly battle what is considered the social norm. I'm like the strict parent compared to Tia's friends. Tia's friends' parents have been letting them watch awful stuff since they were young. They're all on social media. When Tia was on a school trip, literally she was bunking with a bunch of the girls, and a couple of them turned to her and said, like, what does she not have? She wasn't allowed Snapchat. She is not allowed Snapchat. Her friends questioned her on it. Why aren't you allowed it? How come you're not allowed it? So Tia phoned me up from where she was to ask me why can't I have Snapchat, and I have to explain to her why it's inappropriate for teenagers to have a disappearing chat app. Like, it's so hard. Also, I don't know how hard it was being a parent in the 90s or the 80s or the 70s, or God forbid when there was a war. Obviously, I'm not comparing it to that. We live in a cushy little life right now. But it is so hard when my morals and opinions don't match with the current society. Like, no wonder like the girls feel like they need to do this to their face to kind of like look pretty and blah 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 blah, because everyone else is doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Completely neutral party over here, not trying to say anything, but yeah, she does actually look 45. I'd venture maybe even 55, and that's not an insult.
I wouldn't say that far.
I
I'd
look
say
like
like
a freaking Goomba that got
35
stomped
to
on by Mario.
I'd say
I'm just
35
being
to
honest, like
38.
these TikTok comments, and this is probably a result of all these fillers or procedures that she's having done at such a young age.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
Like literally nobody should be getting Botox or fillers or any kind of work done on your face at the young age of 22. I feel like at least grow into yourself a little bit, right?
I think that if
Yes!
you want it, like if there's something that's fucked up on your face, right?
So
Like
we were
there's a
saying
girl
earlier.
with a big nose or you know, like whatever else, right?
Have
And
fun.
you want to fix it, then I think you should fix it. Like if you're not happy with the way that I look and or the way that you look, excuse me, I know nobody's happy with the way I look.
I love the way he looks.
If you're not happy with it, then just go
I like
fix
the way
it.
Asmon looks.
But the problem with like some people is that they actually don't have a real problem with the way that they look. They have a problem with looking at themselves. And so as soon as they fix one problem, now it's another problem. Now it's something else, right? And it's like this ever extending goalpost that you can never really get to, because it's like, oh yeah, well I fixed my nose, but then my eyebrows or my eyes or my jawline or something like that. There's all kinds of shit like that. And I'll say, like, as a guy, I think that most guys can look good. I've said this before. I think that, and I'm not gay. It's not gay to say this.
No.
But I
Good.
think on average, in a lot of cases, guys look more attractive than women. That's just how it is. I know it might sound gay, but I think that really if you're a dude and you work out and you take care of yourself, you're going to be in a good position. It's actually true.
I mean, I think that's the same for either gender, really. If you take care of yourself and you work out and you're a girl, then you look good too. Do you know what I mean? Like, if your face is ugly or your face is pretty, that's what it is. If you're not going to do it, like, obviously guys don't wear makeup, girls do. So let's pretend the girls don't wear makeup to equal the playing field. If, like, to say that a guy can scrub up well, so can a girl in the same situation. Do you know what I mean? However, he is right. I think that almost every guy can look good. Like, obviously some will look better, but beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But I do think if you get, like, for example, I think he always says it, that, like, bad stuff about himself. I think asmongold is, like, not unattractive. Like, I've got a big crush on him. Like, it's not a secret. Like, I would literally run away with him if I could. Like, I love him. And although he like has a scruffy hair, blah blah blah. Let's face it, if he like whacked on a suit and he like made himself look all dressed up and everything, he would look amazing. The only reason people judge him for the way that he looks is because he leaves his hair scruffy and wears like boring white t-shirts and stuff. Like, there's nothing wrong with the way that he looks at all. So he's absolutely right. But you could just say the same thing about girls.
it's a fact, bro. It's a fact, yeah.
Whoa.
And so, yeah, you get a nice fitted suit, work out, and that's
See?
it.
It's what Asma should do one
It's
day.
not gay at all, bro. Like, that's the straightest thing that you can ever say.
At least, you know, spend a couple years working on yourself through, you know, the natural means of diet and exercise, and maybe look up some of these goddamn looks fixing tutorials. Start
Yeah.
doing 60 hours a day. I don't know. Okay, anything's better than flipping injecting into your face. Okay, these
Yeah, this is the thing, bro. Like, you should, if you're a guy, never even think about doing this. Like, spend 6 months at a gym before you even consider
Yeah, I
plastic
think you should do
surgery.
every other process first.
Don't even
do.
think about it.
I do.
Mega companies kind of guilt trip you into thinking you should be applying all these products every single day. If you don't apply them, you're gonna die or something.
Yeah.
You're gonna look ugly. But then kind of the opposite happens. The people who end up staying very natural just naturally have good looks because, you know, that's the way our ancestors kind of did.
No, I don't agree with that because obviously you're going to have a survivorship bias with that because the people that naturally look good are going to age better because they started better. But the people that are fucked up to begin with and then they change their face are going to get more fucked up because they were fucked up to begin with, right? And so, like, I think that's kind of, you know, selection bias, in general. However, yeah, like, I'll tell you this, like, I've learned, like, as a guy, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, just make sure that, well, this is the way that, like, I clean myself, is that I have a knife. And I just take a knife and I scrape all of the skin and everything off of my face. And if you do that, you're going to be okay. That's the solution. You don't need to worry about like moisturizing cream, anything like that. You just do that with a knife.
I feel like he needs to.
That's good. No, it's
why the hell
normal.
are you all getting fillers at 22? She
Because
does.
there's
really
something wrong
did.
with her. She got a mental disorder. What do you mean? It's obvious, right?
Says the
I mean,
guy who
holy
says
fuck, it's
scrape your
obvious.
face.
Look 45. No one should stop her from getting fillers. Yes, I hope she's happy. Okay, this
I
thing
hope
about
she's happy.
okay,
Yeah.
you should be allowed to do what you want. But if this is the result, is that really what you want to do? I
Exactly.
mean, sure, go ahead if you want to. If you
Well,
want.
you got to keep this in mind. She's going to hate the way that she looks no matter what.
Yeah, I think people who
She
get.
probably hated the way she looked when.
I think people who do get this much like in their face, I do think they're never going to be quite happy because it's like. It's like you can always do one bit better, can't you? Like, obviously, in your own opinion, like you can always eat one dinner healthier. You can always do 1 minute extra on a run. You can always, like, put one bit of extra makeup on, do one extra filler. Like, even if you reach this goalpost, you could always do one thing more. And unfortunately, when it comes to this Botox and filler stuff, it literally is the same. Like, it's the same kind of thing. Like, you could always kind of up the ante. Like, for example, I know I always talk about my teeth, but like it's like relevant to so many things. When I get this tooth fix, I naturally thought to myself, oh, maybe I can get the other ones done too. Before that, not even consider spending money on my teeth, other than like obviously taking normal care of them, blah 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 blah. But like, literally, now that I'm getting this done, I'm like, oh, maybe I should just do the whole bottom row. Then maybe I could do the top row. Oh, maybe I could do this. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so. It's like, it's the same with the filler. So I'm not going to because I ain't got the money. But if I had the money, I probably would just get all of them taken out, put new ones in. But yeah, it's the same kind of thing. You always could do that one bit more. And unfortunately, like, you know how if you see yourself every day, so let's say you're losing weight, and you see yourself today and you're like 15 stone. And then every day you lose like a couple of ounces, right? That means that by the time, like, you don't see the weight loss because it's happening so slowly, right? And then after you've lost like 3 stone, you're now 12 stone. But to you, it doesn't look that dramatic and different. But you bump into somebody and they're like, whoa, I can tell you've lost weight. You've lost 3 stone, like blah, 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 blah. And you can like see it. Whereas because you can't see it yourself, it's the same with the filler. Because now that's what she looks like, adding one more bit in, adding one more bit of Botox is only changing her to her a little bit. And I feel like you should like stick a picture of what you looked like before on the fridge and just be like, oh, I don't want to go too far from that or something. Like, do you know what I mean?
Whenever she was a kid, she probably hated how she looked now. It's always going to be because it's something in your head.
45
Hey,
at
that.
age 22, go ahead and do all this shit. Nobody's stopping you.
Yeah.
But come on, we should be allowed to speak out against this. Believe it or not, even stuff like makeup is probably bad for you because
Yeah, that's what I was saying, right? Girls wear makeup, guys don't have to wear makeup.
But girls are probably like...
It's just the way it is.
There were some guys that would look better if they wore makeup, but unfortunately makeup is a feminine thing. Like, if a guy wore makeup, he looks feminine. There's no masculine makeup, do you know what I mean? Like, it just is. So no, guys don't need to wear makeup because there's no masculine makeup. But I know a dude who wore foundation. Straightest guy in the world, by the way, who wore foundation under his eyes because he had black patches and bags under his eyes. And it made him look better. So, like, better, do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's not quite accurate. I feel like he's just being a bit of a dude there.
It's not gay, guys. There's nothing gay about it.
Kind of chemicals that you should not be putting in your face, but it's just so normalized and that everybody's doing it. And you
I
feel
do
like,
think
hey,
girls
this
are wearing
person's
too
doing
much
it.
makeup.
If I don't use it, I'm just gonna look uglier than them. So that's
Maybe
why
I'm just
you
jealous
kinda
'cause
get
I
in
can't
this rat
contour like
race
they
over
can.
here. But yeah, I just I'd stay away personally. Okay,
just
but
realised.
I'm a guy. So what do I know, right?
What's up?
Oh my God, saying she looks 45 is an insult to women who are 45.
Jesus, what a bitch.
That's so mean. Why say that?
What a fucking bitch.
I
Wow.
even look way better than this. She thinks looking 45, 22 is
Jesus.
bad. Wait till she hits 45. She will look.
Bro,
one-
look at God, doctor?
Aww.
Was that a doctor? Because it's like, no, it's a mid-50s. Oh my God.
Everyone's so mean. I don't think they
She's
need
lucky
to
no
be
one said
mean like that.
mid-50s. Yeah, Twitter is even more ruthless than TikTok. Here's a quote tweet. What does 22-year-old and so many others fail to realize that when they go for these trends, laminated brows, lash extensions, fake tan, Botox, filler, bleach blonde hair, etc., is that they look like the old women that are trying to look
That's
young.
a good point.
Exactly. You get
Yeah.
this sort of artificial look. Not saying that
There's a Bill Burr quote that I really liked a lot. And he said he'd rather look like a 55-year-old person than a 25-year-old lizard with plastic surgery.
He likes his lizard analogy, doesn't he?
And that's a
I think
fucking
she'll look
fact.
younger when she's older. Maybe.
I've tried it. Okay, obviously I haven't tried it. I don't have personal experience, but I don't think you need personal experience. You can kind of see the results of this shit on social media.
For
And,
sure.
You know, applying products on your face is one thing, but then, you know, some people take it too far with the plastic surgery. You know, we saw example 1, example 2.
Aw.
You don't ever want to put put things on your
Ooh.
face.
Example 3, you really want to turn
No.
out like these people? No, stay away. Okay, don't get influenced by
Yeah.
South Korean doll look or like whatever
Oh,
these
boy.
people are brainwashing you
Yep.
through social media.
Jesus Christ, those
Watch
eyes.
Pegasus and stay sane. Okay, this super blonde hair ages a lot of women too. Work with your coloring. Yeah, I'm sure the hair is the problem.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's
she needs
really
to
it.
do even more work on herself. That is great advice
Ah,
right
but
there.
that's
Come on,
cute.
just
No, I know
Have
plenty of
fun.
girls that get into this shit. It's really kind of sad. Like, I honestly, like, and that's really what it is. Like, I don't know how many girls, I probably, like, if I had to say, probably, like, 4 or 5 girls that I've talked to that are, like, in my opinion, like, a 9 out of 10 at least, right? And, like, these girls fucking hate the way that they look. They're always thinking about how fat they are, that they're ugly, shit like that. Oh, my God, what are y'all doing? What are you doing? Like, what the fuck?
It's not really their
stay
fault that
away
they
from
think
the
like that.
artificial shit. Eat normal single ingredient
Eat a
healthy
potato.
foods,
Yeah.
exercise, and maybe you can somehow wash
Eat
this
my
away. I don't know
Skittles.
if exercise can fix this, honestly.
It's not gonna
because the
fix
damage
it.
seems to be done, but you know.
Yeah.
And here we got yet another one of these videos where people are just complaining about getting called old.
I was humbled so quick tonight. I was on live with my boyfriend, and someone was like, "How old's your girlfriend?" And John jokingly responds, 47. And the girl comments, "Oh, I thought she was early 30s." I am 23.
That's probably the most.
No, she was not 23. Oh, bless her. I'd say late 20s, though. I'd say 28, 29.
Ouch. That's bad.
Most offended voice I've ever heard.
Damn.
Yeah, she doesn't have it as bad as the other person, obviously. She just kind of looks like a mom. Definitely, yeah.
Think it's probably
I'd
something
say,
more with
yeah,
that, someone
more
commented,
30s than 20s, but I feel like that's kind of the aesthetic she went for. Like, just the clothes, the dressing, the style. It
Yeah,
just
true.
gives off more mom vibes, you know? This lady is my age, by the
I
way,
wouldn't
which
say-
is weird.
I wouldn't say it gives off mum vibes. I would say it gives off sophisticated look vibes. Like, almost like she's dressed nice for an office job kind of thing. I wouldn't say mum vibes. Look at all the bling bling she's got on her. It ain't how no mum dresses on the school van, is it?
In my head, I'm still 15. I'm still a kid. Okay, I don't know. The fact that these people are my age, that's crazy, bro.
I think that I in my head, I still think that I'm 15 too.
I
Until
literally said that
talk
to-
to a 15-year-old and I think to myself, holy fuck, never mind, I'm actually 30.
Okay, might be the best thing he's ever said. I actually said that to Boyan the other day. That I still feel like I'm like 21. Like, I don't feel like I'm 37 at all. Like my body does sometimes, but I don't feel like I'm 37. I still feel like I'm in my early 20s. Like when I first had Tia, I feel exactly the same as that. But yeah, I have to say, that facing's pulling right there. I don't think I ever behaved like the 15-year-old teenagers behave now. I swear, like, they might be looking older, but they're acting younger and dumber. That's for sure.
Like, that's what will happen. Like, I talked to a kid, and I'm like, whoa. What's this?
Maybe I'm going through a crisis right now. It's gotta be the microplastics, dog. It's definitely. Don't touch the receipt at your cashier. It's estrogenic, actually. They were just brutal. 23. I was thinking 33. I thought 35. I was thinking mid to late 30s. I'm thinking 35.
I don't think she's that old.
To be so
35.
There's a fine line when it comes to baby Botox. Injections, fillers, and vapes are among the sneaky culprits making.
Yeah, this is what you. If you want to avoid aging, this is what you do. Number one, don't ever because I think that once you have a skincare routine, you just basically are gonna ruin your face, because like you have to think that your face has evolved. By the way, this isn't medical advice. You have to think that like your face has evolved and your skin has evolved for millions of years without aloe vera skin cream, without you know, like a detox, without you know, some sort of mud lift or anything like this. Like you didn't have this back in the day, bro. You didn't have this 100 fucking years ago, 200 years ago.
A lot of the women and the men were
so
just
what
as
you
attractive
do
then.
is you never
Like,
drink.
obviously we say, oh, they didn't have that back then, blah, 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 blah. Like, I do wonder if their skin was just as nice without it. Because although we don't need it, obviously, we all know that, we don't need it. I use hardly anything on my face. Like, once I take my makeup off, I'm like, yeah, cool, whatever. Bit of soap and water, and that's about it. I used to use like some all the moisturizers and all that kind of jazz, but basically I'm just too lazy for it. And but I do wonder, although they say, oh, we didn't have this back 100 years ago, I do wonder what the quality of their skin was like. Did they have skin issues by the time they were 40, 50 with dry skin and cracked lips and stuff like that? Do you know what I mean? So whilst we don't need it, it would be interesting. I mean, we won't know because we'll only ever be able to see pictures, and we all know that pictures tell like lies. They lie.
Drink alcohol, never do any drugs, never smoke anything. Don't be fat. If you're fat, that's bad.
Yeah,
and
being
never
overweight
put weird
ages
shit
you.
on your face.
Okay.
That's all you have to do. And everything will
I
be
like my
fine.
weird shit on my face. Thank you.
And drink water. Probably, yeah, don't go in the sun. Never go outside. You never, ever, ever want to go outside.
No. And
I
you-
have skin, bro. Like, my skin is white.
And as live per Asmon's rule, you don't drink water, you just drink soda, okay? No water, just soda. Got told I look 40.
Never
really?
go outside.
I don't think
You
you
look
look old.
older than millennials. If
You
you
need to a
vape,
bit for vitamin D. I mean, for like 5 minutes, but that's it. Then go back inside and stay there.
It's 10 minutes.
I was about to
Just
say
saying.
things that cannot be said on YouTube, but you get my message. If you vape. All right.
Yeah.
If you vape. Okay. Experts warn as cosmetic procedures soar among the younger generation. It is not uncommon to see 18-year-olds with lip filler.
Oh, they do this shit in Korea all the time. I mean, yeah, you think it's bad over here. They do it way more.
18
Apparently, it's the
years
same
old.
thing in China, too, I hear. Yeah, so, like...
18
Heaven
years
forbid
old.
my daughter gets 18-year-old
Yep.
lip filler. Ay, 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 ay.
Tia turns 18 in 2.5 years. If she dared try to put filler in her lips, I don't care if she's legally an adult in the UK, I'd be locking her up until she's 30. And even then, I'd take away her cards, her bank cards, and she can never live all by herself, ever. I'd keep her under lock and key for the rest of her life. Like, oh my god. I mean, I know realistically I couldn't stop her. That's obviously me being dramatic and blah, 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 blah. I think I would get on my hands and knees and beg and cry and plead. Because like shouting obviously doesn't get 18-year-olds to stop doing anything. I think I would literally cry and beg her not to do it. I would be so devastated if she put anything in her face at 18 years old. Oh my god. I don't think she will. Like I said, she's not into all that stuff. She's very academic. But yeah, I would be absolutely mortified if she did.
Lord have mercy upon my soul.
Korean
I will
surgeons
not
look better?
be participating in society
agree.
when I grow up. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, the 20-year-olds are getting Botox and fillers, semi-permanent makeup in the form of eyebrows and lips. These procedures combined can make
I
you...
get so scared. So one, like, really random. When when the eyebrow, so obviously I have very particular eyebrow shape that I like to do, but when the permanent eyebrow thing came into like trend, it was like it was quite a few years ago now, and I would be terrified that they would do it wrong. So like obviously I'm very particular in the shape that I have, and not everybody likes the shape that I have, and obviously that's down to each person. I don't like the bow shape, but whatever, it doesn't matter. But obviously if you went and got your eyebrows done, and then what if they did the shape wrong, and what if they gave me bow eyebrows instead of corner eyebrows, and then I'm stuck, and they last like 3 to 5 years or something. I don't know, it's like a long time. It's like it lasts for so long that you'd be stuck with that. Like that sort of thing just scares me so much. I couldn't do it just for the worry that it would go wrong. Like any of this semi-permanent or permanent stuff, I couldn't do it.
I remember there were some girls in my school that used to, I went to kind of a ratchet ass high school. There were plenty of girls in my school that drew their eyebrows on with Sharpies. Like I would say there was at least 30 of them that went to my school like that.
I remember the chunky slugs that people used to do.
Once you start going down this route, it's very hard to go back to being entirely natural, especially when the affirmations start on social media. That's right, get all your self-esteem from losers on social media.
Yeah, this is the guy that this girl is worried about impressing.
Like TikTokers, Redditors.
Yeah, there's another one right there. This is the guy right here, bro. Like he's the one who's telling you that that like your nose is too long.
TikTokers.
You know?
I said that twice. Okay, I have brain damage. Number 1, guys, stop obsessing over your appearance. It just never ends well. Number 2, stop putting...
I think that you should care about the way you look if you're not happy with it.
Same.
Just fix it, though. Like, you don't want to think about it. Just, like, actually, here's the reality. People like doing things like plastic surgery because it's fucking easy.
Yeah, it's like the lazy way, isn't it?
Go pay money and then have a person.
It's the same way when you get like a gastric band or what's the one when you get like some of your tummy cut out. I can't remember what it's called. But it's the same kind of thing. Like so many people want to opt for like the fast, easy weight loss thing where they basically alter their body to do so, or get liposuction or whatever, rather than doing the long kind of like effort of losing weight. Do you know what I mean? Everyone just kind of wants the easy option. So rather than like taking the time and effort to take care of yourself, like getting gastric bypass, getting all this surgery and blah, 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 it's like the the fast, quick way to do it.
And, and just transmog you to look the way that you want to look. Now, it's a lot harder for you to actually go to the gym and change the way that you eat and then put in work to change your appearance.
Changing the way you eat is the hardest part.
So it's like if you want to obsess about the way you look all the time, actually obsess over it and fix it. Now, don't just look for like a quick fix.
Agreed.
Trash in your body in the form of chemicals, processed foods, McDonald's, 6 billion ingredients, frozen food products. They're all poisoning you. They're all killing you. Number 3, social media is going to roast you regardless of how you look. So don't take it too seriously. Don't take it to heart. Although there might be a little bit of truth to it, okay? Number 4, never get plastic surgery unless your face is literally burnt off and it hurts for people to look at you.
Well, you want to get plastic surgery, there's something wrong with it, that's fine. But like, that's how anorexia starts? Oh, because you don't want to be fat, so you just starve yourself? Yeah, well, I mean, like, somebody like, what do you, I mean, what is it? It's either, so you either have people be anorexic or you have them be fat. Nope, you should lose weight, you shouldn't be fat, that's all there is to it. You can't figure out the difference between the two, that's not my problem. Like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna have to talk around this? We're gonna have to be like, oh, we're not gonna get it. We can't talk about the fact that it's bad to do this because some people that have a mental disorder might hear it and go crazy? Fuck them, man.
Okay, most people, 99.9% of people do not need it. Okay, it'll just make you feel worse. Love yourself, be happy, be healthy, and subscribe for maximum intellectuals. I'll see you guys in the next video. Click this video or I explode.
That's a good video, bro. Like that's a good way to look at it. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, I agree with what he's saying. By the way, I definitely do. I'll give him a sub. I never seen this guy's channel before. This is funny. Yeah, it's just like, where am I gay for liking women? There's nothing more gay than that, man. It's so true. Do what Socrates said, the handsome shall work to match on the inside, and the ugly compensate their ugliness with education. Yep. I just like was a fat kid. I'm skinny now. You can do it, random chatter. Well, here's the thing, right? Is like I go and I think about the way that social media fucks with people's heads all the time. But like I've met a lot of the. Like, I'm gonna just tell you, like I've met a lot of these girls on like streams on Instagram. I've met them in real life. They don't look like the way they do on the fucking computer. I'll tell you that. They don't. Like, so even the ones that you think are hot on social media don't really look the same. Now, some of them do.
Wait
Some
till
of
Asmon
them
does
do,
simp content.
but a lot of them
Uh-oh.
don't. So keep that in mind. I think that with a lot of
I am
a
Queen
lot of
Asmon
girls,
simp.
especially, this really fucks with their head because they see other girls on social media that have like perfect lighting. You know, they're taking pictures at just the right angle. There are girls that are good at taking photos. They're photoshopping their photos. They're wearing like 3 different levels of makeup. So like some dumb girl sees that and she's like, oh, I'm never going to look that way. I guess I either get plastic surgery or I kill myself. And so, you know, there's the 2 options for life. And guys, it's fucking sad, man. It really is.
Aw. Oh, Asmon, I love you so much. But yeah, I think that everyone should just stop putting it in their face, really.